Good evening, everyone. Tonight I'd like to title this tutorial Waves and the Swan, because I'm trying to get across the impression of no rush. There has to be calm, but this sense of waves and being in the groove of that. So the piece is in 6/4 time, and each of those quarters 4/16. So you've got lots of time for each of those sets of 4 notes in the left hand accompaniment to feel a sway from left to right to left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And when you can do that up to 6 for each bar, and then breathe, and this kind of thing, shape your phrases, and even pull back near the ends of a phrase, it really allows you to keep the calm. If you listen to Rachmaninoff playing it, he plays it so slowly and so expressively. And then when he's building up the high note to the high note in a melody, he'll spread at the top and really take all the time in the world. And then when the accompaniment comes in all by itself after that, it's so quiet, but it's just so effortless, but it's not rushed. It's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Even though there's just that tied 8th note and then all rests for the rest of the bar in the melody. So I'll try it and just give you the idea of what I'm trying to put across. It's not easy, but it's a good way to practice it. Thinking of the waves, thinking of 4/16 in each wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll calm that down, it's too bright. There we go. So if we think 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now do you see at the end of each of those 4/16, it's as though you imagine the width of a river in your mind, and it's got to be that same width to fit 4/16 across it for every quarter. It can't be some really short and some really wide and all erratic. It's got to be very disciplined that way. So it gives you something to visualize. So not only the width of the highway, the flowing water, but a wave. That it's like the swan is making a wave with each paddle of his foot, this kind of thing. Wave, wave, wave. So tia da 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 dum da da da. Got to hear all the notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I got to hear gentle. I got to have a relaxed hand so that it doesn't sound bright and noisy. last line, it's a strange way it's timed because the 16ths start on the second out of the 6 quarters. So you still have to think of compound time because it's at tempo there after that lento. When this is lento, it changes tempo completely after the writ. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And even slow down more than that on those last 3 quarters. So it's a beautiful piece. It's so difficult. I have to do a lot of uneven practice in the left hand and hands together. Like that last line, I'd practice this. After I do this, I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Really strong fingers and a snap to the lift, and be in the keys balanced with a stiff, no stiff wrist, so loose, just so completely relaxed. But you have to set the distance between the knuckles, main arch as slightly raised and the wrist is slightly dropped. Then you'll feel that you have something to balance. You have a structure to your hand, and it can support the natural weight of your arm. So. And the second wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And triplets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's tricky because the left has to come in on every second note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Triplets, 1, 2, 3, second wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, And then too long, too short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And a snap to the finger action, both up and down. 3, 4, 2, 1, which one am I doing now? Too long, too short now. We'll go 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, to the first note of each group of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Got to be together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, And then to the last, to the first note of every group. So 1, 2, 3, 4. No, to the last note of each group. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not clean. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's always one way that you do it that's more difficult, and from that way you learn where your weak spot is in your piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you make it your strongest spot. And then even. And then put the writ near the end. has to be triple piano, so you get no bump on that last note. So there's so many things you can learn from practicing it heavy like that, and then trying to play it expressively, because that returns to add tempo there for that whole line. And your add tempo is 1, 2, 3. Doesn't even have to be that fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can put a diminuendo on the last half. 1, 2. Just to hear every note, but hear it light. It's like early morning and there's a fog or a dew around, and you just don't want to disturb the beauty of the scene. And that's how you have to approach every note as you sink into it. But it doesn't mean you don't do heavy practice. You have to get independent, sharp fingers. Pretend that you're doing a Siva King exercise, and get it strong in your hands so that you can play it lightly and smoothly. I'm just working, I've nearly got the memory of it. And then once I've got the memory and I can implant the counting and the rhythm and the time to take for the sway, like you're visualizing that river, the width of the river for every 4/16, and then in the groove I can turn the corner and go in this direction, and then turn the corner and go in this direction. There's no rush. There's a lot of beauty in that. So anyway, I hope you can enjoy that and get some ideas from it. Have a good night. Bye-bye.